Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comments, our opinion about the video we watch constructively.
I'm here today to address you, sir, on behalf of all Biafrans and Christians that are located in Nigeria. Because what the Biafrans are going through in Nigeria had become important that we address you, especially on the conditions of Biafrans in Nigeria. Not just only Biafrans in Nigeria, but the Christians in Nigeria. Mr. Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. My name is Lion Man Leone, and by the special grace of Almighty God, I am a Biafran by birth and by identity. And we have your citizen by name Mazi Nnamdi Kanu'S, who is rightly given a citizenship of your nation. And it has come to our knowledge that you and your government are properly aware of the whereabouts your citizen, and you are silent over his abduction. Illegal adoption is a sign of what I call the racism against the people of color. Mr. Boris Johnson of United Kingdom, the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, I want to put it directly to you concerning your silence over an issue of life of the people of Biafra and the life of the Christians located in Nigeria. I want to put it to you that in few years back, people of Benue in Nigeria, a Christian community in Nigeria, in the state of Benue in Nigeria, was murdered. A number of 180 souls were killed by the Fulani terrorist henchmen. And this particular tribe called the Funanis in Nigeria had been, your government and the entire UK government has been the backbone behind this particular tribe. And I want to ask, because the people of Biafra and the people of the Western Nigeria, which can be called Oduduwas, are mainly Christians and Judea, and you are silent over the killings of the Christians in Nigeria because of, you cannot address it because of the Biafrans who are majority Christians in Nigeria. And you have been sponsoring this particular tribe against the Christians community in Nigeria. And not just only Christian community in Nigeria. We the Biafrans have become the target of this particular people. And I want to ask, what is the crime of the Biafrans? Or do we commit crime against United Kingdom's government in any way because that we accepted your own pattern of education and your own pattern of worship, because your forefathers brought in and introduced to us Christianity, and we accepted it by every open arms and heart. And this has become important that somebody is outly, boldly, and to address this thing particularly to the UK government. And we understand there is a region, or there is a worship center called Anglican of England, and the Anglicans of England are popularly being introduced or accepted by only Biafrans in Nigeria. But despite all this, your government and your person have this particular racism against the Biafrans, and what I call a pathological hatred against the people of Biafra. And the people of Biafra must understand that the Prime Minister Boris Johnson are behind every killings that is going on in Biafra land. I am putting it to the UK government that the UK government want the people of Biafra to be completely wiped out of the surface of this earth, and which we will not accept, and we are going to resist every movement or every plan by that, because we keep quiet not to address this, because we are thinking maybe every prime ministers and presidents of the Westerners are now minding their territorial business. But something have moved me to address you in this manner, because what moved me to address you in this manner, Mr. Boris Johnson, is your intervention in Ukrainian crisis versus Russia. So I now realize that there is something called Western power which can intervene in any crisis, and crisis more than a Russian and Ukrainian problem recently has been occurring in Nigerian state, and without any voice out from your government or neither by you. And the silence of the Westerners over the killings of Biafrans and the adoption and disappearance of persons in Biafra land is a very clear sign and significant that we are being hated by the same people, I repeat, by the same people who brought us in Christianity, and we accepted Christianity and embraced the Christianity. So is our offense, is it by accepting what you introduced to us, or is our offense by accepting your pattern of education, Western education? So this is what we want to understand, because the Fulanis that you are aiding and sponsoring heavily in Nigeria against the Christian community are the people who have heavily rejected your method of education and your method of worship. So it baffles me when we that have accepted your pattern or your civilization as you may be addressed, then we have become your own target, your own government target. Mr. Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of United Kingdom, you are High Commissioner in Nigeria. He have been recently walking around Nigerian state, moving from government houses to government houses, and the same woman you planted in Nigeria as a High Commissioner has every knowledge of the adoption of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu'S. And this woman has every perfect knowledge on how the plan went and what transpired over his case. And you are so-called the High Commissioner in Nigeria has been sponsoring and behind the Fulanese concerning the case of your citizen in Nigeria who were extraordinary reduction in Nigeria. So, what I want to actually ask, what is the major offense of the Biafrans? What is the major offense of Biafran? Our offense is because of the blessing of God in our land, the oil and gas that God placed in our land. Is the oil and gas that God placed in our land have become a crime over our existence that we must not live to enjoy what God have given to us? Because the people you hand over or you put in charge of Nigeria, you have deliberately put Nigeria in charge of terrorists. You have deliberately, I am putting it to you directly, you and your government have deliberately hand over the entire Nigerians into the hands of terrorists. Now, and I am very, very sure and very, very optimistic how the world is anxious to make sure that there will be no terrorism in the world. So, are you in any way now legalizing terrorism? Because what we have found out is that United Kingdom, which is led by you, sir, has deliberately been sponsoring terrorism against the Christian community in Nigeria. So, my question now is, have terrorism been legalized to the world? Because by the evidence on ground, on what the Fulanese are doing to the people in Nigeria, especially the Christian communities in Nigeria, show the clear evidence that you and your entire government are behind the terror activities of the Fulanese against the Christian community and against the Biafran people in Nigeria. And recently, you have been all over speaking out over the ill-treatment of the people of Ukraine and by the Putin. So that called my attention that you are still, or United Kingdom are still in business of intervening where there is crisis in other parts of the world. So you are silent over our own plight or over our own killing and disappearance of persons in Biafra land is a deliberately act, and that purely mean that you and your UK government officials are behind everything that is happening in Biafra land by the Fulanese, because you planted the Fulanese in our midst to wipe out of the surface of the earth, and which we will not accept. And I want to put it to you, in days to come and the months to come from now, henceforth from now, we are going to defend ourselves to the call. We are not going to ask anybody assistance anymore. We are going to make sure that every politician that you planted in our midst, because our attention has been drawn that so many politicians that you introduce into Freemason, and only God in heaven knows what you have promised them, which these particular Biafrans are from, with these particular politicians are from Biafra extractions as well, and they are dancing to the tunes of the business you hand over to them. And we are saying we have every right on the surface of the earth to live and to exist as race, and we are going to handle them in other way that we shall live. And we are calling your attention. If you don't want any kind of full-blown war in Nigeria, I repeat, if you don't care or want any kind of full-blown war, I am compelling you and your government to quickly to intervene and call every tribes and race in Nigeria call them to the round table and negotiate for referendum. We, the people of Biafra, especially the indigenous people of Biafra, lead by your citizen, Nnamdi Kanu, who have volunteered himself to fight for us, to liberate us from the dangers ahead, to liberate us from the killings that we have been facing for a decade, to liberate us from the terrorists that have become a very lucrative business by the Fulanis. This is what your citizens have volunteered to do. He is not out there for problem. He volunteered himself to liberate his people from the hands of danger. And that is why I am drawing your attention, Mr. Boris Johnson, to quickly intervene in the issue concerning the existence of people of Biafra. We are your friends. We are not your enemy. But if you have chosen us as your enemy, we will also choose you and your government as our enemy. We are not calling you to intervene because we are afraid to fight back our enemy. We are calling you to intervene to avoid the crowded need or emergency of what we have been seeing today in Ukraine. We are not afraid to engage any of our enemy when the enemy have chosen the way of war. But we are calling so that there will be calm in the world. There will be a relief in the world. Because the restoration of Biafra will bring back millions. Let me just make a rough estimate. It's going to bring back over 40 million persons who scattered abroad. Is going to bring them back home, and that is going to give your citizens as well, and give every other citizens of Europe a chance to secure a good job. Now there is crisis in the world, because if this crisis continue, Biafrans are going to remain wherever they are, and when we remain wherever we are, and any war break out in our home against our mothers, against our fathers, against our brothers and our sisters back home, we are going to fight equally wherever we are. This is the most dangerous war that is going to occur in the world. Those Biafrans in UK are going to fight you right there in your land. We are going to fight every of your representative anywhere in the world. We are going to fight along. This fight is going to be a global fight, because Biafrans are everywhere in the world, and as far as we are everywhere in the world, we are going to fight the fight globally. So that is why we are drawing the attention of you and your entire government officials to quickly to intervene, and Nnamdi Kanu, your citizen, must be released unconditionally, and the continued detention of this man is a provocation act by you and your entire government and those you hand over this business in Nigeria to. And this provocation is what we are no longer going to accept. We will no longer accept any act of provocation by detaining a man who has no sin. So I am calling on every leaders in Europe to intervene quickly and call you and your entire government to order, because you are behind the killings of Christians in Nigeria. And the funniest thing that you pretended, and your government pretended, or your nation pretended to be a Christian nation, but you find it comfortably, or you find it very comfort to have a close relationship with the people of Islam. This is what we have discovered. So therefore, does it mean that what introduced to us is a false religion or a truthful religion? This is my question to you and your entire government. Because if by what you bring to us, which is Western education, and the Christian region that you bring to us into our land, and our forefathers accepted it, and we are born in it, and we grow up in it. If that is our crime, then we will desist from accepting them. We will quit, we will resign from what you have brought to us, and we will face you as our everlasting enemy. Because in your actions and your silence, you have demonstrated to us that you have chosen us as your enemies as well, and we are going to choose you and your entire government as our enemies as well. I am talking to you directly and the way it is. I don't want to use any diplomacy in addressing the issue of my people, because my people are dying morning, noon, afternoon, and night, and there have not been any intervention or any word neither from you or from your government official concerning the killing that have been going on in Nigeria. And there have been no any address by your High Commissioner in Nigeria concerning the killing. So that shows that the killings of Christians communities in Nigeria and the killings of Biafrans in Nigeria are well planned by you and your entire government. So I am making this notice to the world today, for the world to know how evil the UK government have become in our land. Your citizen Nnamdi Kanu'S have addressed the issue of the resources in our land. In one of his broadcasts, I remember vividly, he said, every company, every existing company that is still having any existing company of oil and gas in our land shall remain in their position. Even when Biafra come, they will remain in their position, only that we are going to change the tactics which they operate with. That is all. We are going to sanitize them and make and compel them to function like the way they function in other developed world. That is all. So we are not denying you any opportunity, neither. So people of Biafra are wondering why this super hatred against us or against our existence. Mr. Boris Johnson, I compel you today on behalf of Biafran people to act quickly if you feel that is important, to act quickly and address the issue of Nigeria before it blows into a chaos that no one could be able to control. And mind you, the refugee that you are going to see that is going to flop into Europe is going to be alarming if there is any crisis in Nigeria. And we must avoid any full-blown war in Nigeria, because I am saying this today on behalf of Biafrans, because if the adoption of our youths, if the killings of our people, if the killings in Christian communities in some part of Nigeria continue, we the Biafrans are going to take it upon ourselves. We are going to march. We are going to come out and take our destiny by our hand, because we have every right to self-defense. Self-defense is our fundamental right, and no power or no president of any world can deny us our self-defense. We are going to defend ourselves and defend our land, defend our mothers and our father, defend our sisters and our brothers. Educational system in Nigeria has been collapsed, and you and your entire government are aware. You are perfectly aware that educational system have collapsed in Nigeria. Financial system have collapsed in Nigeria. Everything that stands as government functions has collapsed in Nigeria. And you are aware that the president of Nigeria died since 2017, Muhammad Buhari, and you are perfectly aware, every officials in your government, they are aware of the late Muhammad Buhari, and you allow some criminal element to be masquerading themselves, even coming to your land. What a shame on you, Boris Johnson. You are a disgrace to humanity. You are a You are a super criminal who sponsors and aid criminals, even allow them to massacre themselves into your own territory. That is a shame on you.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Nnamdi's TV show. Bye-bye.